What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great fucking week. Welcome into Derelict Sports. It's your boy Nick alongside Derelict Dale. Hope you guys are having a great week. Happy Hump Day, baby. Happy NFL Draft Eve, baby. We are fucking here. I'm nervous. I don't like it.
Yes, you are.
I don't like it at all, but we're here. A lot going on today around the pick. A lot of rumors going around today. A lot of guesses on what's going to happen with the pick. The Browns, obviously, is what we're talking about at the number 2. So we're going to get into that. But we got a lot going on today. We're going to go over all the draft stuff. We're going to chat a little bit of playoffs, but mainly today we're just going to do we're going to go through all the first round, just kind of give our thoughts on what's going on. Just a little last day preparation for the big day. And of course, we'll be live tomorrow. You know that. We'll be sweating it out here live, of course.
Yes, we will. Hello, Peppers. Right on cue.
Is he already here? What's
He
up,
is
big dog?
already here.
Oh, yeah. I'm full too, baby. I am full too.
Oh,
But yeah, man. Kick back, relax. We're going to hang out for maybe a little less than an hour and a half today. We got some stuff going on at the back end. But tomorrow, like I said, we'll be here all day or at least all evening for the NFL draft. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you guys are new. If you guys are on X, make sure you guys hit that follow button, share the stream, like the stream, comment on the stream. Really helps the stream out. We really appreciate it. But yeah, man, how are we feeling one day from the draft? I mean, obviously you're not as nervous as I am, but is there anything that
I'm just
you excited?
fascinated. I'm just fascinated how the quarterbacks are going to shake out. I'm like, it's the first 4 or 5 picks are super interesting. And, New Orleans is interesting. Pittsburgh is interesting. Who's going to trade up? Like, I don't want to tell you what the odds-on favorite right now for your Browns is at the number 2 pick, but we'll look at some. We'll look at some pick. We'll look at some of that. It's gonna be a fascinating night. The draft's always fun. It's a little more exciting when your team is like drafting high. It's not exciting, but it is, right? It's like this is the time that you could start the turn of your franchise, and it's exciting even though to get there is not exciting. So it's going to be an interesting night, that's for sure.
He says he has Turkish hair plugs. No, actually, it's relatively new.
You have the John Cena look.
But I have no bald spot in the back, no hair plugs. We're all good here. Yeah, dude. But I took a little nap earlier, woke up, I was like, let's just rock the no hat. I've been rocking a little no hat lately because I do have a bald spot starting up here that I saw that I need to stop wearing hats, dude. It's a full-time thing and it's not good. So
I'm blessed with hair.
Yeah, well, shit. Me too. I mean, my dad's got hair. My dad's like, 70 something years old. The guy's got fucking hair down to his ass. I mean, he's got long hair, but it's just that up there at the very top, it was thinning because of I mean, the amount I wear hats is just disgusting. I need to quit fucking yawning too. My goodness.
It happens. Can we talk WWE for like 5 minutes?
Because by the way, the Cavs are playing right now. By the way, and they're winning real quick. But they have this thing. So I noticed that all year they've been saying, the Cavalanche has been something they've been talking about for the last couple of years. Like anytime the Cavs go on a run, they're like, "Oh, here comes a Cavalanche," one of those things. Well, it looks like the Cavs actually. I think I saw that they had trademarked it.
Nice.
And,
good job.
Oh shit, are we glitchy right now? They trademarked it, and I didn't know how they're going to use it. Well, it looks like now it says somebody who's at the games showing that when they do this thing called the Cavalanche and they start dropping snow from the sky.
That's outstanding.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, dude, let's talk a little WWE. So actually, we'll start there. So WWE Raw after Raw after Mania. It was pretty good. A lot going on. A lot of, it's the biggest Raw of the year, right? So, everybody tunes in, kind of see what's kind of going on for the, everything that's going to happen after media, after everything shakes out. Max Strus just hit a big shot. Let's fucking go. Dude, the Heat and the Heat fans can neck me, and I love it. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I saw him. He had a interview today where he was like, dude, basically saying that, Randy Orton gave him his seal of approval. He couldn't have been happier the way it went and all that stuff. So super happy for Joe Hendry. But yeah, man, Raw was pretty good. A lot of crazy, maybe not a lot of crazy stuff, but the John Cena thing, pretty crazy, huh?
The Cena, the speech, and now the countdown, which was like, yes. And him just having his name, the music, and everything black is just so good. And then we all hate that John Cena, Randy Orton back in the day, we've seen forever. And it may not be the best match with them both being in their 40s. But let's run it back for one time, for old time's sakes. There's no chance Randy Orton's winning in St. Louis. It's just going to be the perfect heat to keep ratcheting up John Cena. It's gonna be fun. Hit him with a couple RKOs along the way. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, it's just so fun seeing Randy just so loose. I mean, doing the WrestleMania and everything he does, and then now he's rolling to this. By the way, the slide out from underneath the ring and into the ring, butter. That guy came out from the ring. The execution was sick. The RKO out of nowhere was sick. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cool. I mean, I think a lot of people, didn't really know. Question though. So, did you see The Rock go on Pat McAfee and basically
No.
you got to watch it. So, like the Pat
Okay.
McAfee, he goes on to Pat McAfee. It might have been yesterday. Was it yesterday? Either way, I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
But it's just not good. Like I think he just kind of gives. So I mean, like he kind of breaks it down and kind of gives us the thought process behind, because everybody, the whole thing was where is The Rock, right? Everybody thought where's The Rock, night 2.
Mm-hmm.
Why wasn't there for John Cena? All that stuff like that. Well, they have The Rock on there and to kind of explain what happened, and basically, I mean, he just kind of gives you like a look behind the curtain, and he's like, yeah. We basically says that like John Cena was heel turn was like a last minute decision, right? It was supposed to be like Cody that was going to be a heel turn, and
okay.
And basically says that tickets weren't selling right for Elimination Chamber, so he got a call to say basically like what can we need to get you in here to basically they called The Rock and said we need to sell more tickets, so he just shows up out of nowhere and creates this I need your soul thing from Cody Rhodes. He was never ever in the plans to show up at WrestleMania. He watched WrestleMania from home.
Oh,
um,
interesting.
Basically like he just got called. So basically like he was like, yeah, they called me in for the Elimination Chamber with no real plan on what to do afterwards. They just wanted me to come in there to show up and sell tickets. And, and I was actually, there was really no long-term storytelling here. I was never supposed to be there at WrestleMania. Just super weird. And it was just kind of like, I don't know. It just kind of opened it just kind of made you realize that like, I don't know, it made you think. It was like, did they really do this out of nowhere? Like, was the heel turn out of nowhere? Like, did they really just throw this fucking storyline together really quick for the Elimination Chamber to sell tickets? It was just very weird. So I would
It is
watch it if I was you.
okay. Also very weird. Just because I had all of the draft betting up, all of the first 10 overall picks just got taken off the board right in front of my eyes, which is super interesting. That makes me think that they might know things. Anyways, yeah, so it was that's super interesting that The Rock was just a way to like drive ticket sales in Toronto. Damn. And it's like so the Cena thing was good. Randy Orton, let's run it back. What else did we have? Becky Lynch. So, okay. Hi, Nick. Dale here. Why, if you were going to turn Becky Lynch heel, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, especially with what we'll get to later on, it makes lots of sense. Why did they need to win the belts for her to turn? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I again, it was almost like they just had to find a way to bring her back, and they're like, "This is probably the best way to bring her back," and then yeah, boom, out of nowhere. But I'm glad that you watched it because my question to you is, are we about to see Evolution Part 2? Is that what we're getting?
I did see that on Twitter, and that does make a lot of sense. I actually heard somebody, and I'm going to pull out a very old school reference. I heard a Dangerous Alliance um, callback. I think it was by Bully Ray on I seen on Twitter, which made a lot of sense too. So I
I mean,
think we're
history repeats itself, especially in the WWE, man. The world of pro wrestling, it always comes back around. And yeah, I can see it. I mean, you got Braun Breaker, right? Who's Batista. You got
yep,
Seth Rollins, who would be Triple H, probably. You know,
yep.
you've got um, it was him. Who else was it? Seth
It was
Rollins. Oh, and then
Randy Orton.
Becky. You know, Becky would probably, yeah. So who would be your Randy Orton, and who would be your Ric Flair? I guess would be who you need, right? Because we need.
Well, because Braun would be the Randy Orton because he was stupid young. I just don't know about the who would be the who would be
You would put
the
Braun
Ric
Breaker
Flair.
as Randy Orton. I mean, I know he's young, but God, he's definitely the tank of the group, right?
He is. Yeah, you could. You might be right calling him more Batista than Randy Orton.
Because I don't know
You
who would come in that's more physically terrifying than Braun Breaker.
yeah, that dude is. I heard at
Disgusting, dude.
WrestleMania he can run the ropes at 20 some miles an hour. That is fucking scary.
Yeah, imagine getting hit by a goddamn Braun Breaker spear at 20 miles an hour.
Why don't you ask I show speed about that? That dude fucking folded in half and had no. He knew it was coming, but he had no clue what was coming.
So I watched the behind the scenes. So there's actually something that's coming up. So before we move, I don't want to spend too much time because I know we'll
Yeah.
go super. But anyway, I show speed. Triple H talked about that in some thing where he recently where he was like I show speed. Apparently that was like all his idea. Like he was like they're like yeah I wouldn't come in there. They're like well what if you get speared by Braun Breaker? He's like I love that shit. It's like no. He was like no tell him not to he's like no I want to go full speed. Let's fucking make this happen. Like all basically and Triple H was like, well, yeah, that's the only way we do things here. We're not going to hit you any softer because you're a celebrity, but we're not going to hit you any harder type thing. Like,
Right.
then he got broken in half. So, but I saw today. I don't know if this is true. I hope. I assume there is some. It was a verified account, so I would assume there's some truth to this. But apparently there's a Netflix show in development right now that's like more of like a behind the scenes and I saw people not happy about that. Like, how do you
Yeah,
feel about that? Are we doing too much now? Like, are we giving people is that too much?
it's interesting, but remember, it will be from a very WWE washdown. We won't get exactly what we're hoping for. So I think that's why I'm not anti it, but I'm also very, I know what it's going to be, like think about and I still haven't watched it, so I have to be careful what I say, but the Vince McMahon documentary, from what everything I've been told, was very washed down and very pro Vince McMahon. So they will make sure that they do this and put themselves in the best light. And it is fascinating, though. I'm not going to
Well, I
lie.
think the problem I think I have is just like, are we going too far into these like behind the looks? Like, do we need that? Like, I feel like it just kind of like the WWE since they've got rid of Vince McMahon and they've kind of gone into this new era. Obviously, some things have gotten most things have gotten a lot better, but one thing that they've done is that they've definitely been more willing than ever to use the word storyline, to use the word work, to use the word, to do all
Wrestler.
wrestler, like they're using all these terms and it's more like we're almost not trying to blur that line anymore. Giving you a behind the scenes on these wrestlers working on their entrance and the writers room and all that stuff like that. Like do we need that? Like, it's supposed to be pro wrestling. Like, do we need to see that much behind the scenes? Like, or does that just fuck that lineup even more? You know, it's like now you're like, it's almost like the WWE's like, we're just gonna go full send and we know this shit's fake. And we like obviously it's not fake. And I'll never say like I'm never gonna be one of the guys who go wrestling's fake. Like I know that it's predetermined and stuff, but I will be the last guy. You know, I'm never going to be the guy that's like, oh, these guys aren't out there taking bumps and do. I mean, it's a crazy fucking. It's crazy, but you know, do we need? You know, that really kind of. It's like they just took they threw a bucket of water on that line, and that line is just gone now. Do we need that to see behind the scenes on how they're doing? Like, there's no mystery left.
I'm going to answer your question by asking you a question. Seeing Triple H think how to produce Penta's introduction was super cool. But did I need to see Triple H show that to think it was cool? That's like it's cool to see. It's almost like a flex for him in a way. I know maybe that's not the best example, but like it's cool to see how they do things, but it's also cool to see it on the screen how it's done. Like, you know, drop me a little tidbit here and there on like podcasts and shit like that. I'm kind of I don't know. I've never thought of it that way. Is too much is pulling all the curtain back too much, and I probably generally think there's probably certain things I don't need to know.
Yeah, I just feel like it just kind of like I know that we're 2025. We all know wrestling's not. We all know it's predetermined. We all know that we know, but like there's no mystique left in it, right? If when like you can see like, oh, you're telling me I can just watch fucking Triple H write an episode of Raw behind the scenes, like I don't know, like it's something that I'm still a fan of. Like I know kayfabe's never going to be what it used to be, right? Like I am still about that to an extent. Like I'm never going to be one of those, oh, we got to fucking protect it, forever. But don't we all watch wrestling for a little bit of that, right? In that, like, and that's why that's why I love Dom Mysterio, right? Guy never leaves it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, we're never getting. Do you remember when Sabu and Hacksaw Jim Duggan got busted for weed, and Vince McMahon was more pissed off that they were together because one was a heel and one was a face?
Right.
Like those days.
Like
are
I
gone.
told you, the cameras with Bianca and Rhea, right? Like
right.
Like if I'm Triple H, like I'm like, okay, like obviously that's cool with me. Like, you guys can have your little relationships, but I would be like, look, why don't we wait until we're not immediately behind the fucking curtain?
Wait, you are a character until you leave Gorilla. Once you leave Gorilla, hug, make out, do whatever you need to do.
But like you motherfuckers ran through the curtain and then just started hugging. It's like, of course they're gonna see that. It's dead, and I hate it.
It's like, I mostly agree. Like it was. Remember when Bianca Belair won her title and you got to see Sasha smile, and they weren't supposed to do like. There are cool little things that like it's nice to see, but like generally, like I'm with you. They're gonna fly on the same plane. Like I remember Jackie Redmond had CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Damian Priest because they're all hockey nuts. All go to a hockey game together. Well, I can put that aside, but like just until you get out of Gorilla, stay in. It's like once you hit Gorilla, you're in character. Go do your thing, and then once you leave Gorilla, you're out of character. The end.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. So, we'll see. I mean, like I said, we'll see when this all comes out and how much they give us. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. So, but yeah, the Raw on Monday was good. We got a lot of storylines we're gonna obviously we're gonna be following here. But we're not gonna spend too much time on WWE here. So we're gonna just hop into the draft. Really, I mean, we're gonna it's. The talking's done, baby. I mean, we're here. We're here to fucking party tomorrow, and I am nervous as shit. We are obviously, there are playoffs going on. Right now, I got the Cavs playing on NBA Network, which is just a tragedy. But they're up by 17 at the half. That's probably why, because they knew that the Heat are dog shit. So 17 and a half. Orlando's down 8 at the half, or 8 in the third quarter. No Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum was ruled out today. So that shows you, I mean, they're now worried about Orlando.
Yeah.
If Orlando's going to steal a game, this is probably it. I don't know the severity of the Jason Tatum injury. I know, he hurt it in game 1. That was that viral moment of Joe Mazzulla telling him to get off the ground. So he did get hurt in game 1. I think it's a foot injury or something. So he's out for the game. And, I don't know if he's going to miss multiple games or not. But again, if Orlando's going to win a game, now's the time to win a fucking game. I mean, it's.
This is about the best chance you got. So go.
Yeah. So they are. They're down by 5 in the third, so we'll see. But this is what happened yesterday while we were offline. We had the Pacers beat the Bucks. We actually picked the Pacers or the Bucks yesterday in our betting. Didn't go that way. Bucks are fucking pissing me off. And then we got Doc Rivers afterwards goes, "Oh yeah, I'm still very confident we're gonna turn this around." Very okay.
Uh-huh.
So Damian Lillard comes back yesterday right after the game 1 spat with Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton and him getting each other's faces, talk a bunch of shit. But Dame's not playing, so what was he going to do? He said, "I'm going to beat your ass and shit," but it's, he's in a multicolored sweater on the bench and street clothes, so there's nothing he was really going to do. Game 2 gets cleared, thank God, right? Because he's got the blood clot. You never want to see anybody have that deep thrombo, whatever the fuck it is. Nobody wants to see anybody go through that, right? So good to see him cleared for game 2. They come in here. We were like, well, they're probably going to win, right? Their Bucks are full strength, or at least they're healthiest they're going to get. Pacers are the Pacers. Yesterday, Tyrese Halliburton was voted unanimously the most fucking overrated, or not unanimously, but pretty overwhelmingly. He was rated the most overrated player in the NBA by fellow players. They did that thing yesterday. Came out, and he was the most overrated player. So I was like, maybe he is overrated. Maybe the Bucks are going to beat him. Well, that didn't happen. Bucks didn't really put up a good fight at all. They dropped 30 in the fourth quarter. They let up a 40-point first quarter. So basically, you knew right from the jump what we were getting. Damian Lillard looked like shit. I think he had 14 points. Giannis went God mode, obviously. But Tyrese Halliburton and the boys went nuts. There's now a new meme where, him and Dame, so Tyrese and Dame went at it again. This time, I think Dame tried to punk him, and there's that meme. There's just a video of just Tyrese just smiling in his face while they're face to face. So I don't think anybody's scared of Damian Lillard, to be honest, which is kind of a shame because, hardcore rapper, baby. But then there's another one of TJ McConnell laughing in Bobby Portis Jr.'s face is just hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch that. I'd play it, but even when we play 2 seconds of a clip, we get a hit with some shit here. So we're not. But there's a thing where he's fake laughing over, he's trying to be as obnoxious as possible, and he's laughing in his face, and then he realizes that Bobby Portis isn't looking as he's walking away. So TJ McConnell bends around as he's walking off to make sure he sees him. Just really laughed again just to make sure that Bobby Portis would see it. Just super cocky, dude.
I just pulled it up. They have the Bucks on Friday night favored by -4.5 against the Pacers. The Bucks are winning game 4, right?
Yeah, I mean they're going to win one of the
sorry.
games they're going to win one of the games in Milwaukee. That's for sure.
I think they win game 3, and then game 4 is the tricky game that I probably stay away from.
Is this place to be on hockey? Is this place to be on hockey perspective? Yeah, I mean, we fucking cover hockey, big dog. You know what's up, Vasika? Hope you're having a great day. Of course, we're going to cover some motherfucking hockey here. But we're here for the NFL draft today. We are going to cover we are going to go over the games from yesterday, aka the Blues.
Yep.
The Blues. Well, no, the Blues lost Monday when we were on, right?
Yeah, the game was on when we were doing it Monday, yeah.
So, all right, but yeah, so we had Grizzly Thunder. We'll get through this really quick. Grizzly Thunder. This game needs to just stop being put on TV. I think this game was also on NBA TV last night, so they're just putting the blowouts on NBA TV. This game, yeah, we don't need to. We shouldn't even have to watch this.
It's just a bad beatdown, and Yeah, let's just get 1, 2, 3 Cancun and get Memphis off of our
It's
TVs for the year.
pathetic.
It's
Like, they're
like,
getting beat the fuck down. SGA in game one, like, I didn't even realize SGA in game one didn't even have a big game. Like, they don't even need him. Like, it's incredible. Chet Holmgren had a fucking game and a half in game two. I mean, this is brutal. 20-point loss, 19-point loss, whatever.
do you
Just
think
absolute dog shit.
do you think the Mavs would have put up a better series?
No, I think that. I mean, maybe, yeah. Full. Actually, no. Let me scratch that. I take it back. Yes, I do think that the Mavericks would have put up a better fight than the Grizzlies. 100%.
Because
I
Davis
mean,
would have caused
eating
some
Chet Holmgren.
problems. Yeah, he
Yeah,
would have caused some problems. You might have got a hot Clay for a game. Like you probably plausibly, if you told me I had to pick one to steal a game in that series, I think the Mavs would have a better chance of stealing a game.
I would even say two almost. I would say that was like
Oh,
6-game series. Honestly, I mean, I do think that
really?
maybe 5 or 6. Yeah, I think the Mavs definitely match up. I mean, the Grizzlies suck, dude. Grizzlies don't have a head coach. John Morant. Um, I saw somebody say this earlier, which I do agree with. Like John Morant, like he's one of those guys. Like you look at all some of these other younger guys like Paolo and Cade Cunningham. You look at these guys. These guys, like every time you watch them, they look like they're getting better. Right? John Morant looks like he kind of just hit a spot and has not gotten any better. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which whatever. He's still a great player. So, but yeah, 19-point loss, pathetic. Timberwolves Lakers. This was I mean, neither team into 100 points, so not a very exciting game to watch. Luka went off, of course. LeBron was LeBron. Just a consistent game. I don't even think he had 20. He's kind of just, which we've been saying. I've been, since the moment somebody arrives that says I'm here to give you a break, LeBron, give you a little bit of relief. Clearly he's taking it. He loves the fact that Luka can do this on nights like that. So Luka balled out last night, tied the series at 1. So now we go back to Minnesota. Yeah, way better game for the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers looked down and out in game one. A lot of people thought this was a must win, especially going back to Minnesota for game 3. So nobody wanted to see them go down 2 and then go to Minnesota. So Big Ant actually just got fined $50,000 because he told some Lakers fan that he had a bigger dick than him. So I don't know if anybody saw that, but that is
That's outstanding.
true story. So some Lakers fans were heckling him and Rudy Gobert. So Rudy Gobert, he turned around and was like, "Huh?" He's like, "Huh?" He's like, "He's got 200 million." And as Rudy walked away, he goes, "No." Rudy's like, "No, three." And Ant's like, "What?" He goes, "Oh, he got 300 million. He got 300 million." And then they still talking. So he stands up and he starts flicking his dick in his shorts and he goes, "My dick bigger than yours. My dick bigger than yours." So
Good job.
$50,000 for Big Ant, dude.
Yeah, it's nice to have $50,000. I'm going to ask you a question. Does it worry you that the Lakers, even when they won, can't break 100 points?
Yes. I mean, I am. They got to figure it out. I mean, the defense looked really good in this one, but they got to figure it out because, like I said, obviously LeBron James didn't have the biggest game. I mean, he was all over the stat sheet. I mean, I think he almost had a triple double. So he's still affecting the game, but they're gonna have to go on. I mean, it's gonna this having one guy having a big night, the rest of swapping out big nights. I don't think that's gonna fly. Like these guys are gonna have to start having big nights together. They're gonna have to start putting it all together. I mean, Minnesota is Minnesota. I mean, I don't know exactly who would they play after this.
They would get the winner of Houston and Golden State.
Golden State, right? So, that is terrifying. And I think you're not going to be able to go into either one of those series and do that because I think we're all praying to see LeBron Golden State. That'd be pretty good. But the Rockets are no joke. That's a young team that they don't give a fuck who these people are. They're here to play. They're good. I mean, Golden State's up by 1. Is that tonight? Is that the second game tonight?
Yeah, I believe so. Just let me check.
Yeah, it is 8:30.
Yeah. And it's funny, the Rockets opened up as a 1-point favorite and they're now -4. So everybody's thinking that they're going to bounce back tonight.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm definitely gonna be watching that one. That'll be good. Let's switch over to NHL real quick. We'll get through these really, really quick. Hurricanes beat the Devils. They're up 2-0. We picked the Devils in our thing, so that's not looking too good. Hurricanes are mopping them. We had
Oof.
playoff beard, big dog playoff beard at the. He looks like he won. Well, he didn't win tickets this time, but for game 2, he won. Watch party. That's how, dude. The Maple Leafs are so gay. Like, you have fucking. I saw that they're doing the way they're doing that. So it looks like. So I saw it today. I didn't see how he did it yesterday, but I saw it today when he didn't get it. The way they're doing it is like you have to like hurry up and join. Like you have to join at a certain time, right? And try to like
Okay.
hit a button and like hit claim or whatever. Like you have to win tickets to these. Like you have to. There's only a certain amount. Bro, when the Blues were in the Stanley Cup, there was no limit. It was just we're going to section off a giant part of this fucking area and people can just come. They're like restricting people in Toronto and like the party size, not cool. So the experience looks sick as fuck. So maybe that's why they do.
Being in, I know exactly where they're doing it, and it's a tiny fucking area, but they could easily block parts of it off because where they do it from is only like 3 or 4 blocks from Rogers Center. But like the area that you see on TV is just like a huge oval area to like go into the Air Canada or Scotiabank Place, whatever the fuck it's called now. It looks really cool, and TV it looks cool, but it's a tiny little space. So, but yeah, if the Leafs keep winning, they'll find a way to grow it.
Yeah. So I definitely could do better on that, but they're looking great in the series. Big OT win. 2-0 to go up on the Senators. Can't lose to the Senators. Panthers Lightning. This is probably this was my one of the most exciting series in the first round. We had the defending champions versus one of the most dominant teams in the last 5-10 years.
Yep.
Lightning are they're always there. So Panthers win that one 6-2 to go up 1-0. It's kind of weird how they're doing this. Like some teams are on their third game. These guys are only on their first. It's the way they stagger it. My dad's like, yeah, I don't really understand why they're staggered. I'm like, Dad, it's because Dad, we're watching hockey playoffs in June every year.
Yeah, it's building avail. There's a little, but yeah, it's like it's pretty fucking simple. Just play every other night. The end. That's what makes hockey playoffs so great. Why it's such a fucking war of attrition.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Stop it. Sorry, this little fucker's eating shit over here. Stop it.
Stop it, cat.
Christ. Oh, well, look. Yeah, so what's up, big dog?
You know how we do, baby. You know how we do. Let me talk to me, Miami. I want to hear it. I want to hear all of the cries. I want to hear the desperation that we didn't want you guys. That's what I want to hear today.
Bro, they put us on NBA TV. That's what we were just talking about 2 seconds ago. Is that when you're on NBA TV that you're about to put fucking foot to ass,
dude.
And that's what's happening.
L-O fucking L.
17-point game at the half. Yeah, you just missed NBA like 2 seconds ago.
Ugh,
literally 2 seconds.
Oh, you let him have his thoughts. We're good.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah. Honestly, it's really simple. It's one fucking thought. I mentioned on Monday's show, if you guys tuned in, chat, if you were listening, I told you the keys to success. I said, do you think that Evan Mobley is going to have another single-digit performance? And the answer was clearly no. Here we are, already got 10 points. 10 points, 1 for 2 from 3. So we're shooting a 3 ball, 4 rebounds, a steal. I mean,
Max Strus is our leading scorer. Former Heat player, fucked. By the way.
You guys are literally fucked. That's what that
Tyler Hero is 17. That's about it. Some guy named Haywood Highsmith. Well, I know who that is, but he's got 9. That's it. Fuck him.
Oh, good. Okay, and I see, importantly, I also see that DeAndre Hunter has made a couple shots. 2 threes, it looks like. Needed. I mean, like, doesn't matter for this series, really. But like moving forward, we were going to need him to get back to it. And look at Money Man. Dude, Money Man, consistent performer in the playoffs. Last year, he was solid too. I know sometimes he has his ups and downs, but Moneyman comes to play. I'm talking about Sam Merrill for everybody who doesn't know. Sam Moneyman Merrill. He comes to play. It looks good.
Yeah, no, we are well in the driver's seat, boys. So we are looking good. Most likely going to go up 2 unless we completely collapse.
Yeah, sorry. Back to the scheduled programming.
No, you're fine. I mean, we were just going through the scores from yesterday, and then
you knew I was going to come hot with it.
Yeah, no, you're fine. And then we're going to talk a little NFL draft here, and then we're gonna cut it a little bit short because Sweetness has a little get together he's going to today. So
it's coworker's birthday tomorrow, and he is there will be. I am sure he will already be a sloppy mess by the time I see him. So I'm going for my complimentary buy him a beer point in time.
Do we like this coworker? I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's good shit.
All right.
He's good shit.
He's a good Canadian kid, just like Dougie Gilmore. Good Canadian kid.
I love it. By the way, they're doing it again. The fake snow. I don't know if anybody. I don't know. We talked about it at the beginning. I don't know if you had seen this or not, front office, but the Cavs have trademarked the Cavalanche thing finally, and now they're blowing fake snow out of the fucking arena sky. Talking about it's a Cavalanche.
No, I did not. I have not seen this. Please enlighten me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would play it, but we'll get copywritten, of course, because we know YouTube sucks. But yeah, it's it's snowing at the beginning of the game. They had snow coming or fake snow coming from the ceiling, calling it a Cavalanche.
That's fucking savage. You know what? You know where it doesn't snow? Miami. For a fact. Unless it's Cavs threes.
Also, before we go into the draft, I just opened up Twitter and refreshed it, and apparently Edwin Diaz, is he the guy that does the trumpets for baseball? Yeah. He's the trumpet guy. He says that yesterday Mets trainers noticed that one of his legs was longer than the other, and then he says they were able to fix the issue, but he does not know if it contributed to the removal of today's game due to cramping. So fix the issue.
So you think
the issue?
The Mets trading staff is like, you're a quarter of an inch taller in your other leg. Rub a little dirt in it. Get out there tomorrow.
He's like, yeah, dude. They just realized that I wasn't utilizing my whole entire the growth that I had, so they just yanked a few inches out. They just pulled it out a little further, stood me back up. What a fucking guy, dude.
Dude, that is like bizarre. It's great.
Yeah, like I would love to know the fix, that wasn't just hacking off part of the limb.
Dude, he's same size now, baby. It's all good. Don't worry about it. If anybody out there ever wakes up and they're a little shorter or longer on one side, dude, just head up to New York.
They'll fix you right up.
They'll fix you right up. All right, well, let's get into the you can score 35.
Coming out of the half, just saying that was our boy Evan with another 3. Thank you.
Hell yeah. So before we now we're getting into the draft. So we're gonna get into the draft. We're just gonna kind of go through, give our thoughts on we're gonna talk about the Browns. Obviously, we'll kind of just take another look. We'll scroll through a mock draft, kind of just see what they've got going on for tomorrow. But Marcus Spears has got to be one of the biggest idiots on TV, and he says he's adamant that the Browns should take Abdul Carter over Travis Hunter because you can score 35 and Joe Burrow's going to score 50. So you're saying that just because they've got Joe Burrow, we should just refrain from trying to find people on offense? Is that what he's saying?
Hey,
Joe Burrow's going to put up 50, boys. Don't even worry about. Don't try to keep up on offense. Fucking.
It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Marcus, you have to score points, you fuck.
Turns out you have to score points and you have to keep the other team from scoring points. Also, in case you guys missed it, the sword puller for game 2 was Stephen Kwan. And it's fucking awesome. Yes.
Very nice. After they lost to
they
lost to the Yankees today, which I did see today.
Fucking Carlos Rendon day.
Yeah, well they it didn't look very good. we took 2 of 3. Sorry, my sham was just blowing me up out of nowhere. But take 2 out of 3, and I mean, it was we haven't swept the Yankees at home. I saw today since like the '60s or something, and we were gonna do it today, but of course, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, no, this was still a win as far as the series goes. I mean, anytime you can take 2 or 3 from the Yankees, you move on. Wash your hands, feel like you did a good job, and that's exactly what happened.
And we woke up this morning. I don't know about now, but as of this morning before the game, we were number 1 in the American League. So,
man,
it is what it is. I mean, obviously we've got our problems, but we're still clinging on there. I need Josh Naylor. Again, we're going to get so off key here, but Josh Naylor, please cool down. Carlos Santana, please remember how to play baseball. All right.
That's okay. Just remember that Josh left so that Kyle can blossom.
Yeah, but Carlos Santana is all I wanted was him to come back, and he's pissing me off. All right, okay. So let's get into this. So I don't know how we want to do this. I mean, we don't have to go through obviously all of these. We're not very put together here. I probably should have thought of something cooler to do here, but we don't have things that are cool right now. So we're just gonna kind of scroll through here. I guess we'll just go through the mock draft here, and we'll go through, and then we'll talk about maybe who you would take or who we would take at that spot. How about that? So here's your draft order for tomorrow as of now, which obviously could change. A lot of chat today about people calling for the number 2 pick. A lot of people, there's a few teams out there that are Travis Hunter crazy is what they called them today. So there is a lot of people trying to move up and take the 2 pick. But the general consensus still is that the Browns are not going to give up that pick. And we'll pick at number 2. So same with the Titans. A lot of people were you raising your hand?
Yes. I don't know why I decided to raise my hand, but I raised my hand. Good thing you can see me. Does that excite you that you could get more draft capital if you move down?
Look, brother, it would have it really no. I mean, it really has to be like. It really depends. It depends. I mean, we better not move out of 2 for nothing. And honestly, I am at this point. They've got me so sold on Travis Hunter at this point that don't do this. Don't fucking do it. Don't give up Travis Hunter. Just go get him. So I'm hoping we don't trade down, or if we do, it's maybe like a couple spot. I don't know. I mean, it would really have to be. It would have to make sense. I hope we stay at 2. I hope we take Travis Hunter. And then I hope we can trade back up into the first round and do something there not named Jalen Milroe, to be honest.
Because you would be okay if it was like you flip with the Giants and then got another pick for next year or something like that. You could roll that. You could, but you don't want to be going down to 8.
No, if we go out of the top 10, then I'm gonna fucking wrap a cord around my neck live on television.
No, it's gonna be so scary.
It's going to be a brutal day. Tennessee, they've already informed everybody that they came out and did I don't know if I've ever seen this. Maybe they do. I just don't pay attention. But they had a fucking press conference yesterday. All 3 guys, GM, I don't know who the fuck those guys were. They were up on stage talking about we came to a consensus that we're not going to trade the pick. We're going to pick. So I assume that means that they're going to take Cam Ward. And I've heard they have informed Cam Ward. I don't know how real that is. But yeah, I would assume that Cam Ward's going to be the number 1 overall pick. I did see a tweet today that made me kind of think maybe there was something about a Tennessee guy loving Travis Hunter and how crazy it would be if they take Travis Hunter 1 somehow.
I will cry.
Cam Ward falls into our lap. We'd have to obviously take him then. And if we then pass on Cam Ward,
it's not enough for just the setup, because the setup that would actually be the worst. I would rather him get taken by Tennessee than for Tennessee to take.
Yeah, I would rather us take Abdul Carter than that happen. I would rather take Abdul Carter than for the Tennessee Titans to throw us the alley-oop and us just completely whiff on the motherfucker. I would just be. I would have to like go force myself to throw up. Like I would have to just get it out of my system. It would be fucked. So let's hope that does not happen, right? So Tennessee's going to probably take one. I don't know. There's a lot of moving pieces. I mean, today was supposed to be, today was a really nerve-wracking day as a Browns fan. There was, the Kirk Cousins thing is bringing, that's gaining wind again, which I pray to God we don't trade for Kirk Cousins. I saw Ashton Genty is now the favorite to go to Jacksonville. So that'll be a big.
Please, no. Please,
yeah.
No. I seriously, and I know the Raiders are a fucking dumpster fire, but I would rather him go to the Raiders. If he goes to Jacksonville, like that, how does that backfield work? You have 3 running backs that you've taken in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that I don't know. Travis Etienne is probably gone at that point, and then I would say that
about Tank
Bigsby is probably back to just being back to backup guy. Because I think
it just doesn't make sense. Like why would you do that? Like I understand that he's a generational running back talent, but like maybe you just like, oh, I want to run the ball, but then it's like, well, you've tried this every year to take a running back. They took the year they took Lawrence, they took, or I guess that was the year after they took Etienne, right?
Yeah. No, they took, I don't know,
year?
Etienne or Trevor Lawrence. I actually don't know. That might have been the same draft.
That's why I feel like it was the same draft. I feel like they took them both, and then they took Tank last year.
Yeah, they took Tank. And the funny part about it is that today when this news hit, where they were like, no, now they are officially the major favorite to draft Ashton Genty. They're like Brian Robinson, or is it Brian Thompson, right? Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He's the receiver, right? Brian Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like Brian Thomas, T. Law, and Ashton Genty. They go elite. And I'm like, so Travis Etienne and them, that wasn't elite? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, yeah, I'm with you. Like, what the fuck does that do? Like, I don't think that scares any. I mean, sure, Genty isn't going to be nice forever, but
yeah,
I don't know if I'm I don't know if after that I'm looking on my schedule going, oh, fuck.
Yeah, like he's better than Etienne is. Like that's not a question. In my opinion, I think he probably will be a better professional than Etienne.
I would agree. Yeah,
but like, what's the gain here? Like you're going from like B to like A minus, B plus to A minus, right? At least for a rookie year. Maybe Ashton turns into the best running back of all time or whatever. Maybe Saquon 2.0 or something. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like what do you think you're getting here? Better than what you already got.
And then you add on top, no, this is the Texan fan in me. That division isn't any good. Nobody plays defense. Why don't you go get a defensive guy and try and win that division that way?
Straight up.
Like, everybody tries to be cute in that division and try and recreate the wheel. Why don't you just go the opposite way and play some defense and try and win games that way? Just thoughts.
Yeah, they're a dumpster fire. I did see today. Well, I guess let's start scrolling through this, and we'll talk about the Browns when we get there. But Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome are at game 2, so let's fucking go.
Holla!
All right, so here we go.
Evan
we're gonna scroll through this.
We're gonna 18. Sorry,
who does?
Evan.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Another 3.
Where the fuck is? All right, so like we said, Tennessee picking at 1. They're more, like I said, Cam Ward's the consensus number 1 overall. So this is just This is the latest ESPN mock draft. This is who the fuck is doing this one? Who fucking knows, dude? It's ESPN. I know Peter Schrager released his one and only today, and he had the Browns taking Travis Hunter, so I love that. So, all right, here we go. So we got Tennessee taking Cam Ward. We got the Browns taking Travis Hunter. Now, I saw today, we're at that point, right? We're at the finish line, right? We're all about to see what's going to happen.
Nervous.
They kind of start asking a little bit more targeted questions. So that Travis Hunter is basically asked every Browns fan, as you know, yesterday everybody reported, every Browns player was asked about Travis Hunter pretty much today. They had press conferences and stuff like that. Joe Flacco talked highly of him. Greg Newsome talked about him. Denzel Ward said that that Travis Hunter's already reached out to him to work out. And that as get some cornerback reps in, and they have already planned to do that. So he's already planning to get together with Travis Hunter and work out and train. Obviously we still have to pick him, but you could tell from the feeling from a lot of these Browns players were that they are expecting to be playing with Travis Hunter after tomorrow. So I think that it would really we'd have to be blown away by an offer, or it would have to be pretty big to. What's up, E-Block? How you doing, big dog? I think we'd have to be blown away to move off of 2. I really think that we're zoned in on Travis Hunter. At least I pray that we are. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that those players? Do you think those guys would be out in the media talking as openly about Travis Hunter unless they thought they had a pretty good idea, or is this just? You think this is just the way it goes?
No, I definitely think that they're going with the information that they have in front of them. Just for the same reason Cam Ward's saying that all of the shitty wide receivers at
AJ Brown's nice, but he's no Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
They said Tyjae Spears was the best running back in the league.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you don't say that unless you have a plan. But here's the thing about plans is that it is simply that. Things can change. Everything can, affect. If Tennessee pulls a bombshell and takes Travis Nut number 1 or trades out and somebody comes up and gets Cam, that's when I think plans quickly change, and I would be nervous to see what the Browns would do. I think if things go the way, like if Cam goes off the board in the first 20 seconds of the first overall pick, I have no doubt that our plan is to take Travis. And unless somebody is calling with a world beater offer, I would like us to do that, because I think that his dual threat nature fits what we need. You can't have too many cornerbacks in the NFL, and we could use another wide receiver. Quarterback is an issue. I'm fine with not taking Shadur here. If
Jackson
it's going to be
Dart or
Travis.
Jalen Milroe?
Milroe.
Do you give me Jackson Dart? I think.
Really?
I think I'm there, front office. I think I'm there,
dude. Let me tell you. Check the fucking tapes. Check the fucking tapes, chat. I know for a fact we were bitching about Jackson Dart not even a few months
for sure.
ago.
No, I am 100% didn't want Jackson Dart, but I don't think I want Jalen Milroe at all. Jalen Milroe is terrible at throwing the ball. Like he has got arm strength, but he has nothing outside of that. Like he is just Like I just watched so many clips and video of him from Alabama, and it's just like, God, all we're talking about is like all the way through this draft process, like now, like we're a day from the draft, and the only thing anybody's talking about is he's faster than Lamar Jackson. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool, but like I just feel like if you draft Jalen Milroe, you really have to change everything, right? Like you really have to change the scheme up, and I just don't want him. And I Jackson Dart, like I want Shador, but give me Jackson, I think, over Jalen Milroe, and I really think Jalen Milroe is probably the most realistic pick for us, to be honest with you. I really do. Tommy Rees is old OC. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally respect that, and I hear what you're saying. Let me pull both of you guys real quick. Where do you start as a Browns person? Where do you start thinking like AB, pull the trigger, let's trade back up and get Shadur? How far does he have to fall for that to become in consideration? Because I am fine with that.
10 and 20.
10. Okay, 10 and 20. Look at that fucking range. God damn.
Okay, well, I just think that it's not going to be okay. I would say 15 to 20.
Okay. So, but later in the first.
I mean, we're not trading up anywhere before 15. I don't think.
I agree. That would be a lot of capital, I think, but I would be fine with doing it. Like seriously, if you are okay with him, if we left this draft somehow and we didn't have to give up the next 2 years worth of picks, maybe only the next year. And you told me that we got Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders, I'd feel really, really fucking good.
If we somehow land both those guys, I will actually cry. And I saw that today that was another odd that changed. I don't know if you've got the odds up over there still, Dale, but there was a odd that the Browns draft both Shador and Travis Hunter like all day just kept dropping. And it was like +2 something today, all the way down to +2 something today.
Jeez.
Wait, so Dale, what do you think? I mean, we're hardcore Browns fans. You're just newly inducted, so maybe you have a different take.
So I scrolled down to see that, spoilers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, your favorite team, is projected to pick him at 21st. So I'm scrolling up. Denver's not going to be...
That's why I think it's between 15 and 20, because I don't think we can let Pittsburgh make that pick. So I don't think the Raiders are going to pick him. I think that whole... If the Raiders don't take Jackson Dart, I don't think the Raiders take him. I don't think the Raiders take a quarterback.
Interesting.
So I'm just scrolling up. So Denver has my spirit animal, Bo Nix. Tampa is kind of interesting because if you don't believe in Baker Mayfield or future, Seattle's fine. Cincinnati has their quarterback forever. Arizona's a unique one because do they believe in Kyler Murray? Atlanta is perfectly fine where they're at. God, the Colts shouldn't be fine, but Anthony Richardson is there. So you're right. It's going to be your points are going to be, if you really want to, you're probably looking at Atlanta at 15, so you could cock block Arizona. Or if you don't think Arizona is going to take a quarterback, it's probably Seattle or Tampa or Denver to make sure that the Steelers don't do it if the Steelers aren't trying to trade up.
That's true.
So because
we're fighting Pittsburgh on it.
I will scroll down a couple more picks for shits and giggles. Chargers aren't looking for a quarterback. Packers aren't looking for a quarterback. Vikings aren't. Texans aren't. Rams are. So basically, the magical question is, if the Steelers are hard on Shedeur Sanders, and we will, for this scenario, say that the Arizona is stupid and still, I shouldn't say stupid. Arizona still believes in Kyler Murray. You're not trading in division. So right. It's Bengals, it's the Seahawks 18, Buccaneers 19, Broncos 20 is where the magic's going to happen. And that is also stating that you don't think that, and I'm still a believer, that New Orleans might want to get a quarterback this year.
No doubt.
Yeah, so I mean, I think New Orleans is. So that's what I was saying. I don't think they're going to take Shedeur. I think they're going to take Jackson Dart. Or I don't think they go quarterback. To be honest with you, I think they get a quarterback in this draft. I think they're just like us. Think they're going to get a quarterback, but I don't think they're going Shedeur. I really don't. And can I tell you right now who my dark horse is for Shedeur? If it's not us and it's not the Pittsburgh Steelers, can I tell you who my dark horse for Shedeur is?
Yes.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Sure. Really? Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. They, you got aging quarterbacks there right now. What are you going to do after Stafford? Stetson Bennett, still haven't seen you. Not sure you're real.
He's still in AA classes. What a weird situation that is. No one knows still what that issue was.
Not a fucking clue.
In all of my years, I don't think I've ever seen. We've seen a lot of crazy shit. I don't think I've ever seen somebody drafted like that so high. I mean, obviously he was an older quarterback coming out, right? But all eyes on Stetson Bennett, right? He goes and did he win a natty before that, or he went to the natty, right? He gets drafted and then immediately they just shelf him, right? And they don't tell you what's going on, anything like that. They're very cryptic about. I don't know. Very weird, and we still don't know what the fuck is going on with Stetson Bennett.
That's an interesting one. That makes more sense than you think when you say it. Because at first I'm like, what? And then it's like, no, yeah, if you're because you could easily just say we're drafting you and you're sitting on the bench for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if people, I mean, look, today he was a top. I saw today that there was the percentages of him going were like top 10, right, or top whatever, were super high, and then out of nowhere, he fell down to like 21 or something today. So like I just think that if teams are really starting to believe that he might be maybe not a finished product and he might need a year, what better? I mean, Sean McVay's gonna be able to handle that. You get to sit behind, you sit behind. You're in LA,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you get to sit behind Stafford.
Yep.
I mean,
the other team that makes me nervous regarding Shador is the Colts, because bad franchises make bad fucking decisions. They have proven that they don't have faith in Anthony. They prove it. It would really hurt my draft stock for fantasy, but I do think that there is a world where they're like, man, we're gonna roll the dice and see if we can get the quarterback right this time.
They did, and they would be fucked.
Dude, they would be, well, either way, good luck turning to your fan base, but obviously they don't care about, that's never part of the equation for them.
You just want to watch Pat McAfee lose his shit.
Fuck Pat McAfee. You heard it here first.
I love it. All right, well, let's go to 3. Let's move on here because we're only at 2. So 3, Abdul Carter is pretty much the consensus pick. He had an interview today where they asked him on the side of the street or somewhere, where they thought he was going to go, and he said his best thoughts right now, or he was really feeling like it was going to be New York right now. That's where it's giving him the best feeling. Joe Schoen, the guy, that dipshit GM from last year that made himself famous on Hard Knocks and the whole Saquon thing. He says you never, you just don't pass up a guy like that. So I think that barring any surprises like the Browns picking him, I think he's going to go to New York. But I do have a question on that. Today they're basically saying that with him coming to New York, or most likely coming to New York, that Kayvon Thibodeau would become available, and that they might look to move Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't know. What do you do that? I mean, or does that why bring it? I mean, I know that Abdul Carter, they got Brian Burns, they got Kayvon Thibodeau. No, Abdul Carter comes in, plays the same exact position of those guys. But do you Brian Burns? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Brian Burns is a stud, but do you move Kayvon Thibodeau, or do you pair him with Abdul Carter?
You want to go first, Dale?
I would.
Or do you just keep all 3?
There's the thought behind that things always manage to work themselves out. Like the baseball analogy, you have 5 infielders. Like, how the hell am I going to make them all work? And then somebody gets hurt, and then it all works itself out. I think I would pair them.
Yeah, I'm keeping all 3, because here's the thing: you can move Brian Burns to play more of a linebacker-esque role. He has that body type. I mean, I know that Thibodeau necessarily doesn't. He's a little bit too tall, I think, to play in the linebacker role. But I think you'd keep all 3. And if they're all 3 studs, then yeah, sure. You flip one for something that you need.
Right.
But that you don't have a world beater in that room. Thibodeau is nice, but I don't know if I'd call him a world beater.
Yeah.
Brian Burns is nice, maybe top 10 at the position or something. Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe that's a little too high, but a good option. But neither one of these guys are world beaters, and I think Abdul has a chance to be that. I wish the Browns had their shit figured out, because him and Miles would be scary. We just don't need it.
Yeah, I pray to God that doesn't happen. I mean, like I said, we don't need it, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we weren't in a shit spot. But then again, I guess we wouldn't have the 3 pick.
Two. Yes, you're right.
But we do think the Philadelphia Eagles trading a lot of players. I don't know. I think it'd be the Eagles are interesting. I mean, I think the Eagles are going to make some moves. They're always aggressive. I mean, that's just what Howie does. I definitely think they'll be aggressive moves. I don't think we're going to trade AJ Brown. I don't think any of that stuff's going to happen.
No.
But I do think that we're looking to make some moves. They always do. I mean, I think the Eagles are always a team to watch in the draft. I mean, that's where AJ Brown came from, and I just think they're always willing to make moves. So I do think that you're going to see the Eagles try to move up a little bit. All right, let's move on to 4 here. So we don't have to spend all these time on all these, but those 2 are pretty big ones. So we got Will Campbell. This is the guy that says that viral thing of guy gets home a couple times a year, he's a first round pick, you let up 1 or 2 sacks, you're a nobody type thing. So
he's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he's a monster. Love him. So he's going to they got him going to New England. They've got, here we go, Ashton Genty at 5. So let's read this. So it says, yes, there are holes elsewhere along the offensive defensive line. However, the Jaguars can't pass up one of the few elite players in the draft. At his introductory news conference Liam Cohen said, "How do we make Trevor Lawrence in this offense as dynamic and explosive as can be?" Genty fits both those descriptions. Running back ETN's production has dipped in consecutive seasons, and receiver Brian Thomas Jr. was the Jaguars' lone playmaker. Now they would have two. So basically, we're just writing Travis Etienne off here, essentially. I mean, I guess. I mean, like you said, I mean, I don't know if ETN was pretty nasty his first year, so I don't know. You know, I don't know if you plug these guys in. I don't know. I mean, this is like a they're just taking a swing, in my opinion.
My fantasy implications aside, I just think this is not a very good football decision. You know, like obviously, you know, Genty is the number one overall pick, like ranked for fantasy football this year of rookie drafts. I have Brian Thomas Jr. It would not be good for my fantasy team, but I just don't see how this makes sense from an NFL standpoint. The first sentence of this pick here says, "Yes, there are holes everywhere along the offensive and defensive
line." We
line."
know this team's fucked everywhere else.
Yeah, so and you think that you're just going to keep throwing together this shitty line and keep having, you know, pieces at key skill positions and it's going to work out? I mean, like it doesn't happen. Like nobody does that. It doesn't work. You have to build from the line. Yeah.
By the time they're done building the rest of this team, Trevor Lawrence is going to be gone.
Yep.
Do you think somebody will reach up to the Patriots and try and get Genty before them?
Maybe. I mean, I think the Patriots are a team to watch the trade. I mean, I think that they're out of all the top 5 teams, I think they're the most likely to trade out.
This is like just hearing everything from today. The draft, say the draft holds serve the way that the experts say. 4 is where the draft starts because anything can happen there. They can go and get their offensive lineman. They can trade down. Like if Vegas has a boner for them, if I'm scrolling down, it would be a fucking Jerry Jones thing to do to like trade up and draft Gentry.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys could use them for sure.
It's like I'm just scrolling like the Raiders. I think the Jets will be fine. I do like my running back from Carolina. Kamara's still at the Saints. The Bears may be good, but like that's
what I think. I think the Bears want him, and I think that's a team that I think could trade up.
Interesting.
I think the Bears want him.
That'd be nasty, honestly. Wait, do they still have what's his name?
Exactly.
Swift was there, but no. Who was it last year though? Was it Swift?
Yeah, it was DeAndre Swift and somebody else, I think. But yeah. I mean, yeah.
Montgomery?
I think the Jaguars need a better O-line. Yeah, I agree. That's why I think they need to maybe not pick Ashton Genty. Yeah, I think the Bears want him, and I think that's. I don't know if they're going to hope. You can hope and pray because look, if the Jaguars don't take him, I think Genty falls to them at 10. I mean, depending on what the Raiders do, I think the Raiders are
the tricky one, and I would agree with that. If it gets past the Raiders, they can.
So
get
here's
him at
what
10.
they've got for the Raiders. So everybody that I've read today, so the Raiders were high on him, but then everyone I've seen in the last couple of days is have the Raiders taken a tackle. So that's what Ryan McFadden's got. He's got him taking Armand Membu out of Missouri.
Misery, baby.
With Genty off the board, the Raiders will focus on strengthening their offensive line. So that makes me think that if he is on the board, they would take him. But I don't know. I mean, that would be the only thing that stands in the way. If the Jaguars don't take him, the only thing standing between Genty and the Bears are the Raiders. So I do think that we're going to have to watch the Bears. But, yeah, I mean, it's all signs are pointing towards him going to do you have the odds rolled up still?
I've been trying to find odds that are live. What are you hoping to find? Where Gentry?
The Jaguars.
I can I will continue to look as you talk.
All right, so then after that, we've got New York Jets taking Kelvin Banks Jr., absolute beast from Texas. That's a pretty good pick for them. I think the Jets are. I like what the Jets are doing. I think the Jets are building nice. I love what Aaron Glenn's doing. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. I think it's hilarious that Aaron Rodgers was like, "Oh yeah, they fucking called me all the way across the country just to tell me they were moving on. They could have just told me that over the phone." Well, no, Aaron, they couldn't because one, somebody dug up a tweet like 2 years ago where he says he literally tweeted face to face better than the better than sign over the phone, so that he's already doesn't want that. And two, could you imagine what the headline would be if the New York Jets called Aaron Rodgers halfway across the country and just told him over the phone they were moving on? I mean, that would have been the headline then, right? They don't even have the respect for Aaron Rodgers, first ballot Hall of Famer, to call him in and tell him face to face. So there was no win here, right? It was just they call him in. I don't know if anybody read the interview or or watched him on Pat McAfee. I mean, apparently they were cold as shit, right? They came in and they're like, Aaron Glenn says, "Are you sure you still want to play?" And he says, "Well, yeah, I think so." He goes, "All right, well, we're moving on."
Shots fired.
Like apparently, like just straight up told him, like, "Yeah, we're moving on," and then left and went and got the GM, and that was it. Like he's like, "Yeah, they didn't show me the respect I deserved," is what he said. Like,
shut up.
I love it. I love that. The Jets are like, "Look, fuck you. We're not going to be, fuck you for what you did. You came here, you did your thing, whatever. We're not going to be held hostage by Aaron Rodgers." And that's what I think all these teams should do. Like if I was any of these teams, I'd be like, "Aaron, fuck this. We're not going to wait until the goddamn training camp for you to make a decision. Like this is, we're not going to be held hostage here." So I love the fact they were like, "Fuck you, get out of here. We're not playing this shit." I love Justin Fields. I don't know how great he's going to be, but I like what they're doing here and the things they're putting in place here. Now, I've heard that they are willing to maybe trade Breece Hall, which I don't, and Breece Hall, like enough to where Breece Hall tweeted about it the other day. I don't know about that, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right. I don't know about getting rid of Breece Hall, but I like what they're doing there. And if they can build that lineup, I think Kelvin Banks would be a great addition for that team.
To answer your question from before, they have now. This is over the pick, not the team. Please remember. So they have Ashton Gentry being 4th overall at plus 400. If you think he gets traded up at the Jacksonville pick, he's minus 160, which he's obviously favored for. In the 6th one, it is plus 200. And then if you believe in the Bears, he is, where are you? 10th. Ashton Gentry's plus 425.
Okay, so very much favored to go to at the 5.
Jackson. It's the value horror in me wonders if somebody trades up and you take them at the 4 hole for plus 400.
4 would be nice.
For plus 400. That might be just me putting having some fun and so I can have something to sweat during the draft. I probably will put $5 down on that.
We're gonna go live at like 6:40 tomorrow, 6:30. Like we'll be a lot, or whenever what time's the draft start?
I think it's 7 your guys' time, but then it probably won't be till the first.
9:05 for the first pick because we're gonna do 2 fucking 6 hours of lead up. We're gonna have to listen to Booger McFarlane, all the fuckheads
as usual.
Yeah.
So we'll I definitely think we should make some bets tomorrow. I do. Prize Picks has a. Pull it up real quick. Prize Picks has a draft free to play, by the way. So if anybody is on Prize Picks, this is free to play, so it doesn't cost anything. And I think if you get them right, if you get these picks right, if you get your 3-pick lineup right, you're entered into like a $50,000 something. Hold on,
like a free roll one kind of thing.
Yeah, you're entered into like a grand prize type thing. Hold on.
Fancy.
Oh, why are we're not gonna pull up now? Why the fuck aren't we gonna pull up here? Here we go. So they have this thing that they did. So free play. So here are and they give you a couple different things you can pick, but here's what I've picked. I've picked, why is it so ski looking? My 3 picks are Goodell booed on stage. I have him getting booed for over 10.5 seconds in the first round.
Love it.
I've
That
got
sounds like free money.
Mel Kiper saying the word upside. I've got him saying that 3.5 times in the first round.
Yep.
And I'm thinking I'm going to change this because I just saw somebody today. 2 teams have already confirmed they will have Make-A-Wish kids do their thing. And one of the things is plus 1.5 guest announcers. And apparently there's already 2 teams that are like confirmed to have Make-A-Wish kids. So I need to go make a bet on the Make-A-Wish kids. And then this one is first rounders crying. And I've got under 3.5 because I don't think we're going to see too much. I don't think we're going to see half the first round picks cry. But I could be wrong.
No, I think that's fair. In the past, people was crying all the time, but this is 2025, baby. We ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time for that shit. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go change one of those. I think I'm gonna change to the kids or the guest speakers. So yeah, if I get those right tomorrow, I will be entered into a like $500,000 or $50,000 prize pick. I don't know,
dude. So. Go get that bank, son.
Let's fucking go. And I do think we need to make bets tomorrow because I want to sweat. I want to make my life even more miserable tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna put plus 400. I'll probably put $5 down on Ashton Gentry in the 4-hole and hope that he gets traded. So then you can watch me get excited. Not like somebody hitting a 3/4 court shot to win a game, but I would like to hear the doodaloo doodaloo doo, and then everybody boos Roger Goodell like the little piece of trash he is.
Or the
and they're like, and Roger Goodell is like, we have a trade. The New England Patriots are trading the 4th pick too. I don't fucking care. Give me my money. That's what I hope for.
Yeah, I love it. All right, hold on. All right, let's move on. Sorry, not hold on. Carolina Panthers, Jalen Walker, outside linebacker. They need a lot of help. That's probably a good pick. Mason Graham for the Saints. This is what I mean. So they don't even have them taking a quarterback. So that's why I think, I don't know. Like I think a week or two ago when that came up, I think that they need a quarterback definitely. And but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger here. Like I really do think that. I don't know if I'm 50-50 on the Shedeur slander. Like, obviously, I believe in Shedeur slander. I think he's going to be good. But I think that part of it, obviously, all this hate coming out right now is because they're trying to kill his stock and that, teams probably want to kill his stock so they can get him higher or get him at a better value. But I do think that some of these teams are actually not super impressed with him. Like, I do think that, like, maybe I read earlier this week that he was kind of tempering and this could have been fake. I don't even know if he's doing any interviews, but I read that maybe I read that in the second part of his interviews or some of the later interviews he did, he kind of changed his tone a little bit, not being as brash and stuff in these interviews, which again, it could be totally false. I don't know. I read that on Twitter, so who knows? But I do think there is a good amount of teams. So I think there are teams that make zero sense for him, and maybe the Saints just. I don't know. I mean, they need a defensive tackle for sure, but I think it's Jackson Dart over Shedeur Sanders for them. I really do. But I don't think they're going to take one. So, you guys think they should take a quarterback or think they should go DT here?
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look. Football-wise, I think they really do need to take the quarterback. I mean, I'm going to be honest. They can take whatever shot they want to take. I don't think it doesn't have to be Sanders, in my opinion. But I think that the Saints really do need a quarterback. I mean, that's just how I feel. I very well could be wrong about that, but I think it's a foregone conclusion that they at least need it. And a defense, a defense part helps, but not enough.
Unless you have a lot of faith that there's your generational quarterback next year, and you're willing to tell your fan base that we're going to go 3-14. I feel like I think the more intelligent thing, or the better long-term thing to do, is maybe just draft the defensive player so you can be better now. But probably the longer term and thing that'll excite your fan base is get a quarterback. And even if you pick insert quarterback, he doesn't have to start till week 8 or 9 because the Saints aren't going anywhere this year. Like, if I told you in week 9 that the Saints were 2-6, would any of you be shocked?
No.
Exactly.
Not in the least bit.
So you can go and get your quarterback. You can throw Spencer Rattler. You can throw Spencer Rattler. You can throw him out there. You can go and half tank your season, and then you can throw your quarterback out there for the future and see what he is, what you got, and then you're gonna be able to get a piece in next year, a top 5 piece, hopefully.
Yeah, I like it. So this is an hour ago. NFL Draft Scout. Don't even know who the fuck this is, but the official Browns sleeper page says, because of his two-way versatility, it would take a Trey Lance level package for the Browns to move the move from the second pick. And it says, if you remember, the 49ers acquired the rights to the third pick in 2021 to take Trey Lance, and they had the 12th pick, a 2020 second, 2022 first, 2022 third, and a 23 first. So a big package.
Yeah, dude. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. And you know what? Straight up, if you're going to offer that, fine. Let's go back. You're going to give me 2 more first-round picks in the future? I'm fine with that.
I don't think front office knows, but your Saskatchewan Roughriders of the CFL have Trey Lance on their negotiation list.
No shit.
So yeah, very fast, and we'll go back. So because they can't actually own the rights, the CFL has every team's allowed. It's either 15 or 20 players. Can't remember which off the top of my head, where they have the exclusive negotiation rights for that person if they ever become available. So Saskatchewan actually owns the rights in the CFL to Trey Lance because they have him on their negotiation list.
Huh. The more you fucking know, dude.
Exactly. What I think Nick was actually the one that told me that.
Yeah, I was the one that said that to you. It's wild that I was hoping to see him in the old CFL, but not yet.
That we're a ways away from that.
Somewhere.
Yeah, he got signed somewhere, but a couple of years down the road, Saskatchewan's quarterback is 39 years old this year. Great, can't wait. There is a tiny chance that we could get Trey Lance, but again, pie in the sky and 3 down football is way different than 4, and receivers in motion and that. And back to the NFL draft. Thank you for my CFL talk.
All right, so we got 10, Chicago Bears. So, again, that's the team I think that would maybe want to take Genty. They got them taking Tyler Warren, tight end from Penn State. I think that would be good. I mean, even though they got Cole Kmet, I guess they think that they need a tight end. I don't know. Maybe I don't like that pick. Niners, defense powerhouse, Mikal Williams, another D end. So that's probably good. And especially if Nick Bosa is Nick Bosa. Well, I guess they've got Nick Bosa. Did they get? Where did Joey Bosa go? Did he go anywhere yet?
Didn't they both go to the Chargers?
No, I thought he was going to San Francisco.
Maybe that's the way it was. Yes, I think that's the way it was.
Yeah, Joey Bosa was with the Chargers, but they released him. And
yeah, they released him, but they were saying that San Francisco wanted to team him up. So I just didn't know if they actually did that or not. So
not that I see.
Yeah, I didn't think so yet. All right, so we got Dallas. They got this McMillan, absolute savage out of Arizona. This would be a big help. I mean, him and CD this would be nasty. I think giving Dak CD and this McMillan kid would be pretty nice. I know that he is touted as like the best receiver in outside of Travis Hunter. And you might even say this guy is the best pure wide receiver in the draft. So I like this for Dallas if they don't go up and take Genty, but this would be good. I like McMillan. I want to see him in a pass-happy offense. Miami going cornerback. Jahdae Barron. We got the Colts taking Colston Loveland, tight end. So I guess that means that no more. What's that tight end that they've got there?
The big guy.
Mo Alley Cox, baby.
Mo Alley Cox, baby.
That's what it is. I wanted wanted to call him a law firmish name.
This guy should have to fight Mo Alley Cox bare fist to get starting tight end, just to even get reps at tight end.
Good fucking luck.
Good luck. Mo Alley. Bro, this is what I'm talking about. You know about bad teams make bad decisions, dude.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
You've got first ballot Hall of Fame Mo Alley Cox on the fucking roster, and you want to go get Colston Loveland? What a joke. All right, Mark Ramadi, bald guy, UFC guy. I don't know why he's making fucking picks for the NFL draft, but hey, what up, Mark Ramadi? Fuckhead. Mike Green, D.E. Marshall. That is, if we don't trade up, I would assume this is where we're going to start looking for a Browns pick. Hopefully this would be it, because I don't think we can let him go. If we're going to pick, it's going to have to be right here or 16. So we got him going D.E., Arizona, guard from Alabama. I mean, some of these, if you stop me if you want to chat about some of these. I'm just kind of, I know Dale's only got 10, 15 minutes, so I'm trying to
you're good.
Get through this. So Ben Baby, we got Donovan Easy Raku. I think I got that right.
Yeah, very close. Very close.
Sounded good.
He's from Alabama's Jihad Campbell. Excuse me?
Can you say that?
His name is Jihad? Hold the
Are you
fucking
sure that you
phone.
can say that?
Jihad.
This could be a kid's show, man.
Jihad Campbell.
We have children that regularly stop by this programming, sir.
Dude, I'll wage Jihad on fucking the Browns if they don't take Travis Hunter. He's strapping something to my chest running into fucking warehouse at a headquarters. Let me tell you that. Jihad Campbell, though, baby. So, that's not who they're picking, though. They're picking Donovan Easy Ruhaaku. All right, Seattle, Gray Zabel. Don't even know who that is. Guard.
North Dakota State.
Tampa, we got Will Johnson, which would be nice. You got him. Their Tampa Bay's secondary is nice. So you could put another first rounder back there with old Antoine Winfield. That'd be pretty sick. Luther Burden. So this is a good one. This is one I was wanting to know where he fell. So Luther Burden, apparently, boys. Obviously, Mizzou guy, big Mizzou guy. Probably the best year Mizzou's had since Macklin, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Without question. That's not even.
Well, he apparently did not do very well in any of his interviews. There's a lot of people who think he's going to fall outside of the first round because of they think his work ethic is not there. They didn't like his personality. So I don't know if they're actually teams are going to let him fall because of that, but apparently he didn't, outside of playing, he didn't do good at all. So, but this would be a sick pick for Denver. I mean, I think if you can get Luther Burden with Bo Nix, obviously he's already got Cortland Sutton, but then you got Marvin Mims, who they were popping off at the end of last year. So I think if you can put Luther Burden here, I think this would be a huge, huge pickup for Bo Nix. What do you think about this, Dale? You like this for your bub?
Fucking love Bo Nix. God. Bo Nix could use some weapons. I'm not gonna say that my spirit animal, my true one love, couldn't use some weapons to go to. This makes some sense because that defense is good. Help a brother out.
What's up, big dog? Yeah, I'm with you. So hopefully Luther Burden, that'd be a cool pick for him. I would like that. So Luther at 20. All right, so we got Shedeur. Here we go. Shedeur Sanders, 21. Brooke Pryor thinks he's going to Pittsburgh. I don't know.
You're wrong.
I hope you're wrong. Cleveland, if you're listening, you got to trade up. You got to get here before 21 because I think they'll take him. I do.
Yeah,
I really do.
For sure.
They'd be stupid not to.
Yep.
Cleveland, figure it out. I don't want to see him for the next 10 years, especially if he turns out to be. Could you imagine if the Browns go Travis Hunter, which I do think we should go at this point? I mean, perfect world, we go quarterback, right? But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Imagine Travis Hunter. We take Travis Hunter, and then Shedeur Sanders turns generational, and he's in our division. What a Browns thing to happen.
That was a very good time in front office. Yuck, is correct.
Does that make you sick? It makes me sick. I tell you what.
I'm not even a like. I'm like a casual Browns fan for you too, and I'm just like, yuck. That doesn't like. It's either gonna blow up and he's gonna be out of the league in 4 years, or you're gonna have to deal with, like, you're gonna have to. Oh God, imagine if he's good, that you might have to deal with Joe Burrow, Shadur Sanders, and Lamar Jackson twice a year, every year for the next like 8 years. The answer to that is ugh.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal.
It fucking is.
Speaking of the Steelers, George Pickens unfollowed them today. There's a lot of rumors that he might be on the move, and apparently Green Bay is really in the mix on that. If you remember, they were saying they need Josh Jacobs said they needed a number one wide receiver, remember, and pissed off everybody in that room.
This is maybe an off-base thought, but if you host the draft, you almost have to make a splash, whether it's a like trade up and get somebody or like, I don't know if that's totally right, but I don't think it's totally wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna have to do something. I think that'd be a pretty big trade for them. They go out and get.
That would be fucking interesting.
I mean, George Pickens sucks in my opinion, but whatever. That's Greg Newsom's son, but that's a chat for a different day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Minnesota. They got them going safety right out of front office's backyard in South Carolina. That should be good. Don't know who that is, but good for Minnesota. We got Houston. Oh, here we go. I like this pick for your boys. Emeka Egbuka, dude. Let's go. Ohio State. I love that.
Can use all the help we can get. We are the best. We are the best team in the worst division in football. It's not something to be proud of.
Dude, Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, Egbuka would be nice. And then when Tank Dell comes back, you kind of kick Christian Kirk out of there. Nico Collins, Tank, Egbuka. Ooh, nice. And maybe even Christian Kirk still. I think that's a nice little nice trio of guys right there, to be honest. So I really like that pick. I think Egbuka would be nice. I think he's going to be impact right away. I really do. All right, Rams. They got them taking Matthew Golden, kid out of Texas. So I guess they got them going receiver. They gotta find somebody for Puka and Devontae, I guess. I mean, is this where you would go for the Rams? I mean, are you going receiver? I mean, I guess I don't really know exactly what the Rams need. But
this is not where I would go.
I don't. Yeah,
you gotta
why let Cooper Kupp go?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, to me, you're looking at offensive line. You're looking at, if you want to get something they catch the ball, get a tight end. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line, quarterback prospect, pick something on the defense that you need. I mean, not wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't, like I said, I don't know exactly what they need, but like when I say that, it just doesn't sound right. By the way, Cavs, don't fuck this up.
Yeah, dude, I am actually nervous.
What's the score?
It was just a 3-point game. It was like a 20-point game. Now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Baltimore. Malachi Starks. Malachi Starks is nice, so that'd be nice. I mean, Baltimore drafts really well, so they're gonna, I'm sure they'll hit it out of the park. Yetis, Lions. James Pierce out of Tennessee. That would be nice. Him and Aiden Hutchinson would be very nice. I don't think they got Za'Darius. I think they got rid of Za'Darius. Damn, they just hit a 3, so now we're up 2. Fuck. We got Maxwell Hairston, Kenneth Grant, and Josh Simmons. Oh, and Walter Nolan. Those are your last 4. So the Eagles, they got the Eagles going DT. I think the Eagles are going to make a move here. I do think that. I think the Eagles are always looking to make a big move, and I do think that we could see a trade happening here. I really do, but I don't know. Jalen Carter. I mean, I guess they DT again. I don't know if I go DT here either. I mean, they got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. They've got. I mean, I guess they just lost Fletcher. Well, Fletcher Cox is retired. I know that Brandon Graham just retired, so maybe they do need a defensive tackle. I don't know. I mean, the Eagles don't really have a lot of weak spots.
They do not.
And they built the secondary up big time last year. Receivers obviously are there. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, best running back in the league, one of the best O-lines in the league. Like I said, secondary's good. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing you do is build the defense up, the middle and front side of the defense up, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah, I mean, they like you said, they really don't need much. This to me is like whatever the best available player is who they should take.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, that's they have history of finding incredible defensive talent in the draft. So I mean, if Howie's got his eye on somebody, then in Howie we trust. I mean, I'm not going to fucking sit here and say Howie Roseman doesn't know how to draft. I mean, that's one guy that consistently knocks it out of the park. I'm on Jihad Campbell. Yeah, we were just talking about old Jihad Campbell. Jihad. Oh, Joe Schoen's son on. So if remember, Joe Schoen's son was the one that told him they should have drafted Jade Daniels in that clip. If everybody remembers, he was the one. Well, he just put a picture up. So tonight on Barstool, Gruden does that Gruden grinder, Gruden whatever. Tonight he's got Jackson Dart on the program, and he just put on his Instagram a picture of the intro at Jackson Dart, almost saying like he likes Jackson Dart. So maybe he's telling his dad, "Hey, Dad, don't fuck this up a second time."
Don't fuck it up a second time. Good job.
If he wasn't pull shoulder, so you go higher, but I think we can snag him. Yeah, I do too. I mean, the Eagles are playing with house money. I mean, they're fucking do whatever they want. I mean, they're set.
Oh, Max Struess, what the fuck was that?
Anybody see that video of? Well, I won't. By the way, if you need to, I'm not going to play it because I know I'm learning my lesson here. But if you guys need some comedic relief to end your day, go find the video of DK Metcalf walking into Steelers facility for the first time yesterday. Talk about a guy that wants to die.
He's realized it's cold in Pittsburgh.
He is so upset to be there. By the way, holy shit!
Yes.
Holy shit! You know what happened 26 years ago today, boys?
What?
1999?
Yeah, 99. So April 23rd, 1999.
Peyton Manning would have been too soon. Was it? No, mate. Ooh, no, that's still too soon. Aaron Rodgers was drafted? No, Brett Favre would have been a little later than that. I don't know. I give up.
Fernando Tatis hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning. Woo! Let's fucking go. Still the one and only time it's ever happened in MLB history. Let's go, Fernando Tatis. Let's fucking go, baby. 2 grand slams in 1 inning off of Chan Ho Park, dude.
Chan Ho Park, the Korean. I can't say it. I'm not allowed to. The Korean Rocket. Can't say it in the accent. By the way, just because I pulled up ESPN, ESPN, because that's what you have in the States. Since we were talking wrestling and football, Steve Mongo McMichaels just passed away.
Who?
Steve Mongo McMichaels, part of the Bears. He's part of the Bears. Yeah. The Bears, 85 Super Bowl team, I believe. He was in the Four Horsemen in the WCW, the worst version of the Four Horsemen, as I might add, but had some wrestling in him.
And Kristaps Porzingis just got elbowed in his shit.
Yeah, he deserves that.
Bleeding all over the place.
It's all good. All right, I do have to jet, so
you're good. We're about to wrap this up anyway. All right. Well, yeah. Obviously, we're going to end on a. We're going to abruptly end this because we fucking do whatever we want, and there's only 8 people watching, and we don't get sporty. We fuck you guys. No, I'm just playing. But I did today. I posted in the collab lab. I posted everybody. I sent everybody. I'm like, look, if there's something we need to do, if you guys got any, suggestions for us, any way that we need to get people. We're doing all right in social media, but we need to get more people on these live streams. We need to get people on these shows. We need to get people more involved. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe what we can do to get more people involved, more people, sitting down watching and more interactive, maybe to keep people watching. So we're gonna keep trying to build here, and I sent that out some feelers out today. So. But yeah, sorry for ending so abruptly here, but Big Dale's got a big night out. He's going to go drink one beer on his work night. You got to work tomorrow?
Oh, I got so much cardboard to shovel by myself tomorrow. There's only one beer happening.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. But Shan just got home, so I'm going to go hang out front office. God, it's so good to hear your sweet fucking voice, dude. It just there's a main vein to my ball sack that doesn't even pump until you start speaking. It's like a fucking it's almost like a train track where like they pull that lever and like the track shift. When you come into a room, I pull that lever, nothing even goes down that pipe until you come through the room, and it's just pure energy through my cock and balls.
Appreciate you, boys.
It's fucking incredible, dude. So really glad that we got to everybody come today. Sports Lab, my man, appreciate you coming. Hope you had a great live stream tonight. E-Block, my man, it was so good to see you. We really appreciate you guys' support. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like that, like the stream, follow us, like the stream, please. If you're on YouTube, please, it really helps us. Just hit like. It takes 2 seconds. Like the stream, share the stream, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. If you're on X, follow us. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30, between 6 and 7, probably 6:30. I'll let you guys know. Tomorrow, NFL draft right fucking here. YouTube and X will be here for the entire first round. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Give us a follow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a great Wednesday, great hump day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.